This is a consumer snapshot for March 2013. This month we'll dive into 3 areas: sentiment, where we'll take a detailed look at consumer confidence; strategy, as it relates to consumers' financial plans, the U.S. personal savings rate, as well as savings sentiment. Finally, we'll wrap up this month with a look at the pain at the pump, directly from the Consumer Snapshot Insight Center. Let's first take a look at economic sentiment. This is a 13-month view of consumers who are confident or very confident in chances for a strong economy. While consumer confidence did rise year over year, at a current 37.5%, it's looking pretty stagnant compared to February. And if we take a look at this metric compared to years past, you can see that while confidence has improved from the Great Recession, it is yet to quote-unquote recover. In a good economy, we'd like to see sustained confidence readings in the 40 to 50% range, so current sentiment is still indexing below that. And to add to this, the preliminary results of the Thomson Reuters University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index were recently released, showing a drop from February to March, resting below expectations for the month. I think that this quote from Richard Curtin, who is the director of the Michigan Reuters survey, really hits at the impact that Capitol Hill, from the fiscal cliff to the debt crises and balancing the budget, can have on consumer psyche and their outlook for the economy, as well as their personal financial situations. Perhaps we used to experience more bliss and ignorance, but our increasing connectivity through the internet, social, and mobile media may have made us as a whole more aware of what's going on in Washington, increasingly holding these leaders accountable for their actions at the price of the economy's well-being. Now, speaking of the fiscal cliff, we touched on this graphic in February, but it bears repeating, if only to drive home the point that what is going on with the economy now in terms of policy is truly impacting financial plans among real consumers. 3 out of 4 consumers asserted last month that they were taking measures to financially cope with the new fiscal cliff tax laws, with spending less overall, watching for sales more often, reducing dining out, clipping coupons, and allocating less on apparel among the top ways consumers plan to cut back. But if we take a look at this next chart from the U.S. Department of Commerce, it appears that consumers are also coping with present conditions by saving less, spending at the expense of savings, if you will. January's personal savings rate was 2.4%, a low not seen since Q4 of 2007, right at the start of the Great Recession. And here's a link to a great read from the Wall Street Journal on the resilience of consumers, which provides commentary on how to interpret retail sales in light of lower interest rates, rising gas prices, and the personal savings rate. When you access this presentation through the Consumer Snapshot Insight Center, this link will be clickable. Here's another interesting table. This chart represents those who strongly agree that they are saving enough to meet their future needs. A sort of savings confidence segmented by age group. Here we can see that about 3 in 10 consumers overall feel that they have a solid footing in savings, with the percentages buoyed among those under 35. However, take a look at those 35 to 64. Those most likely to be facing mortgages, college tuitions, pending retirements, etc., are feeling much more insecure compared to the general population. To end this month's snapshot, let's take a quick peek at the pain at the pump. As you can see, there's essentially an inverse relationship between gas prices and those who say pump prices are having no major impact on spending. Fluctuating gas prices pinch spending in other areas as well, so let's head directly over to the complimentary Consumer Snapshot Insight Center to find out more. So we enter the Insight Center on the chart we were just taking a look at. Let's see exactly how spending is being impacted by pump prices and take another view of that middle age group we know is having trouble with their savings. And we'll just wait for a quick update here. Now, as we look at the updated table, we can clearly see that the 35 to 54-year-old age group is also under duress when it comes to the pain at the pump, as they are pulling back spending on big-ticket items, dining out, groceries, and clothing, more so than the general population. And this is just a quick example of what's available in the complimentary Consumer Snapshot Insight Center. All you have to do is click the red button below to register and log into this Insight Center. And if you are viewing this video from an embedded link, head over to consumersnapshot.com to access these insights. That's all for this month. You can also keep tabs on our latest discoveries by heading over to prosperdiscovery.com. Thanks for watching.